Before we start our discussion, let's stand and have a prayer to be followed by the Energizer. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are all good. So, welcome to Operating System and O-Phase application. Okay, let's start our discussion. So our topic for today is all about exploring the MS Windows. So in Microsoft Windows, or simply called as Windows, is a family of graphical operating system developed by the Microsoft Corporation. The earliest computers, like a calculator, did not have operating systems since those computers are so basic. As a calculator, they can only run one task at a time. When computers improved, the need of the software that can manage the hardware is called as Generator Motors Company. So what do you mean by General Motors Company? A General Motors Company produced the first operating system in 1956 for the IBM 704 computer. So what do you mean by IBM? So IBM means International Business Machines Corporation. So it produced more computers and mainframes, which triggered the development of more operating systems. So let's proceed to Microsoft. Microsoft was founded in April 4, 1975 to develop and sell interpreters as basic computer program for early computers. The personal computers became popular in the 1980s, which led to the development and release of Windows 1 on November 20, 1985. A Windows 1.0 is the first version of the Windows family. It was a graphical multitasking operating system and supported computers peripherals such as mice, keyboards, and printers. Note though that it was not the first operating system capable for doing so. On several versions, Windows 1.0 generally improving performance and features to become Windows 2.0. After 2 years, the Windows 1.0 updated to Windows 2.0. And that's why Windows 2.0 was released in December 1987. So after 3 years, the Windows 2.0 updated into Windows 3.0. Windows 3.0, released in 1990, started what we know now as window panes that can be freely dragged and placed on top of each other. So let's proceed to Windows NT. Is a subfamily of the Windows operating systems. It introduced the interface that we are familiar with now is improvements regarding computer resources were introduced. The first operating system under this family is Windows NT 3.1. The Windows NT 3.1 released on July 27, 1993, which was made by servers and workstations, computers specially designed for work. And how about the Windows XP? Windows XP is one of the most popular and most successful operating system in Microsoft. Belongs to this family and was launched on October 25, 2001. Windows XP dominated the market for operating systems during its time with over 1 billion copies by April 2014. It was able to release several editions. For example, the Home Edition, Professional Edition, Media Center Edition, and etc. which target different audiences as they were programmed to contain features that are adapted to their respective audiences. In Windows NT, operating system under this family is Windows NT 3.1, Windows XP, and Windows Vista. So let's proceed to Windows Vista. Released on November 30, 2006, Windows Vista improved the visual design of the Windows operating system. It introduced glass-like windows which allowed transparent panes over the other windows, dubbed as Windows Aero. However, Windows Vista was criticized negatively due to its usability and several bugs, which resulted to the faster release of a new operating system in its family. And that was the end of Windows NT. And now, let's proceed to Windows 7. The Windows 7 improved where Windows Vista was criticized. It was released on October 22, 2009 and retained how the Windows Vista improved the graphical user interface, but fixed most of the problem of its predecessor. The popularity of touchscreen monitors and devices such as tablets and touchscreen laptops prompt the release of the operating system that will support this device, the Windows 7. So let's proceed to Windows 8. Windows 8 was released on October 26, 2012. To address this demand, it featured an entirely new user interface that introduced tiles, which were square, non-transparent panels that were easier to click, especially for touchscreens. Windows 8 jumped into Windows 10. So, the Windows 10 is the latest operating system in Windows family. It provides its predecessor that was released in July 29, 2015. It integrated features target for touchscreen while considering regular screen by introducing tablet mode and PC mode. And now, we finished to tackle about MS Windows overview. So, here are the summary. Microsoft was founded in April 4, 1975. And then, personal computers became popular in 1980s. Then Windows 1.0 on November 20, 1985. The next is the Windows 2.0 released on December 1987. Then the Windows 3.0 released on 1990. So under the Windows NT, which are the Windows NT 3.1, July 27, 1993. Windows XP launched on October 25, 2001. The Windows Vista released on November 30, 2006. Then Windows 7 released on October 22, 2009. Windows 8 released on October 26, 2012. So Windows 8 jumped into Windows 10, so that is the latest. So released on July 29, 2015. So that's all for the MS Windows overview. So do you have any questions, clarification about the MS Windows overview? Okay, if you don't have any questions, let's proceed to the starting windows of Windows Desktop. In starting Windows, upon starting a computer or laptop, Windows may seek the user to identify which user profile will be used. A computer may have several user of profiles created by an administrator, someone who controls the settings and features of the operating system. A profile may prompt for a password or not, depending on the settings. Look at the picture. The Windows Desktop and Start menu. Desktop, the Start button, the Paint programs on taskbar, System tray, Paint programs in the Start menu, and tiles. So, first is Desktop. The desktop pertains the first screen that loads when starting up Windows. It can contain icons, which ask the shortcuts to be installed from the computers. The Windows Desktop can also be located where file can be saved. The Windows Desktop contains the taskbar, which is number 3, found on the bottom part of the screen. The taskbar has the Start button on the leftmost, paint program is the middle and the system tray is on the right. Upon clicking the Start button or Windows logo, the Start menu pops up and shows more programs, which the users can click in order to be launched. The Windows 10 Start menu has two parts. The left part contains smaller icons, which are always pen programs, while the right parts contain tiles. Shortcuts will improve graphic interface. So as you can see the picture, there are levels. Number 1, this is called a desktop. Number 2, the start button. The number 3, the paint programs on taskbar. The number 4, the system tray. Number 5, the pin programs in start menu. And the last is number 6, which is the tiles. And now you already know the basic parts of Windows Desktop and Start menu. Okay, do you have questions or clarification about the starting windows of the Windows Desktop and Start menu? Okay, if you don't have questions or clarifications, so let's proceed to our activity for today. Identify the equipment shown below. With your knowledge of computer history, arrange the images from earliest to latest by numbering them 1 to 6. 1 is the earliest and 6 as the latest. So if you're done answering that activity, just pass. And that is all for today. Keep safe, God bless to each and everyone, and thank you for listening.